I do believe, yes, that we are live. However, I'm downloading a game on my PS4, so I don't know how well this stream is going to work. If it doesn't, it's really not a big deal. It's not like thousands of people come flocking in here. I'll just cancel it. You know what I'm saying? Like we do everything else. So that'll be it. Let me see quickly on my end before we get into a little bit of Immortals, just kind of roaming around, nothing fancy. Yeah, see, apparently it's going to be done installing in some 20 minutes. Jackson Eggmeyer, how's it going? Are you new to the channel? I do not believe I have seen your face before, or rather, your name, to be super technical. Alright, let's just kind of casually roam around. Let's not do anything too fancy. I may not even do a story mission, to be honest with you, because I did a lot of that. There's a lot of puzzles. Things can get really effing wonky. I just kind of want to explore the map a little bit. Give the few people that might come into the stream maybe just, again, a little bit more of a clearer taste as to what this game has to offer. There's an epic chest here, and I've never seen it. Well, maybe we'll go and see what's in this epic chest. We'll pinpoint it. And we shall fast travel all the way over here. Oh, it depends. I don't have many friends at all. Are you new to the channel? Yeah, it still says that my YouTube is in error mode. We'll see if that's in fact true. Momentarily, I'm sure people will tell me if the stream's terrible. I also dropped my frames from 60 down to 30, just to give it the console feel. Because if I do end up buying this game at some point, it won't be on PC. It's kind of weird. It's like my PC is strong. Hey, Kid Joker. How's it going? It's like my PC's strong. I can do a lot of stuff. Hello, Eric. How's it going? Long time no see, indeed. But when it comes to streaming, I know I sound like a broken record. Uh-oh. But it's true. Oh, it's true. That gaming, streaming, even having my DSLR camera open, it really does take up that much more out of my CPU. And my CPU is 7 years old. So, wait a second. Oh, okay. Don't ask. I'm still trying to figure out the controls. So, if I do get the game, I can run this at 60 frames, but I won't be able to stream it at 60 frames or play it at 60 frames. Only when I'm on my own, but I never do anything on my own. 99% of the time, I'm doing something. I'm on camera. Not too bad. Hello, Haruki. Just came back from destroying Geneva Convention. Now, obviously, Haruki's kidding. As I've said before, don't go too hog wild on me. You can? I haven't had any so far. Don't be such a downer, Eric. I haven't dipped below 30 frames yet. Is it, like, lagging on your end? Maybe it's the stream that's lagging. I am downloading a game. I bought a game that... I hope it works out. I bought Empire of Sin. I really want to get into that game. Yeah. What lag? I mean, it is possible that there's some lag, but I need to know for real if there is. Because, I mean, I can see my stream. Like, right now I'm turning my character. There's a couple of seconds delay. I'm going to wait for it. Yeah, seems to be running fine. Because I actually can see what you see. Hey, not too much, you. But for real, though, is it lagging on your end? Like the stream? Not too much. I don't know if this is going to be like a long stream. I have a bit of a headache. I'm a bit tired. You know, same old bullshit. Oh, there was? No, that's weird. Yeah, okay. Well, it's not weird. It's not because of the game. It's because I am downloading. See, when I stream wirelessly, but wired into a hub. And I mean, it's good. I mean, 99% of the time I stream, it's always, I don't want to have to think. It's always wireless, but if I'm also downloading at the same time, that probably doesn't help the bandwidth. Well, let me know if it gets wonky. Eric, I forgot to mention the nuking of some race farm. Oh, Jesus. It's illegal to not like some games, apparently. Is it? Who says that? Which libtard is saying that you can't like a certain game? I don't like having to think. Again, I'm playing this game because, well, because I subscribe to Ubisoft Plus, so I guess it's Hard. You see what I did there? Ubisoft Plus, it's Hard. No? Okay, let's just move on. I thought it was funny, and ultimately that's all that matters. Is that I thought it was funny. Oh, I see what's going on here. I think. I have to move some sheep. What kind of game is this? What in the blue pineapple is this? That's not a puzzle. Someone with, like, any type of mental challenge could figure this out. Watch me not get it. That would say a lot, eh? See? You can make fun of yourself and other people, too. It's okay. Just as long as you include yourself when you make fun of others, it's okay. You're going down with them. Oh, he kicked the chest this time. Oh, the mane of pride. It's a pride mane. Okay, let's read the chat, because with 2 people in here, somehow the chat goes off the Richter scale. Cody, it's illegal to dislike WoW and World of Tanks. Hello, Josh J. How's it going? You can like or dislike any other game, just not WoW or... Yeah, well, because I mainly play World of Warcraft, and if we don't like WoW, that means you don't like me. And you know what happens to people that don't like me? Watch any of the endings in any of my videos, you see what happens. Not a joke. It's not a joke. I'm not laughing. I'd rather say it's illegal to dislike a console. I see. Who says so? Correct. Well, I'm not a fan of Rainbow Siege. Rainbow Six Siege. Want to hear a crap insult? Crap with my crap? Why? Hello, Hyson Baba. How are you? No, it's not. WoW is a PC exclusive game. So again, I wanted to clarify, in case you just joined the stream, nothing really exciting is going on, so nothing new there. I just purchased a game. It's called Empire of Sin. It's like an XCOM-ish like game, published by Grand Strategy Masters Paradox Interactive. I had to think about that for a moment. They're not the ones that developed it, though. So it's like an XCOM tactical game. And it's got the whole Mafia vibe. 1920s, Al Capone's in the game. Hopefully he stays away from me. Because I don't want to get that chlamydia or syphilis or whatever the fuck he had. Because he died from that shit. Al Capone, of all things, you would think would have died in a blaze of glory by a Tommy gun or been mowed down by one of those 50,000-pound fucking Ford tanks they used to drive back then. No. No. It's the STD that bit him farewell. Get him? Get it? Instead of bid him farewell, it bit him? No? Okay. Forget it. Only I understand my jokes, but that's okay though. Remember what I said, you are the best comedian in the world if you can actually make yourself laugh. Nobody else has to do it for you. Do you play on Xbox, that game? No, I don't play Xbox. Is Cyberpunk coming out in 5 days? Yes, it is. I was born on April the 1st, so you're a joke. You see what I did there again? I'm on a roll here. I'm on the cringe joke roll. All I care for is Cold War Season 1. Yeah. I like Call of Duty. You've noticed I haven't really played it. There's a reason for that. I'm terrible at the game. And it's very hard to interact with people as well while playing that game. I feel like I have to put some more hours under my belt. I don't wear a belt, but it's a figure of speech. Before I feel comfortable potentially streaming Call of Duty. And it's weird because I honestly don't care what people think. Like if people come in, oh, you suck. It's like, okay, cool. It really doesn't bother me. It's for my sake, though. I want to be able to... Mind you, the 2 games I played actually did good. I actually did good. I got, like, 40 kills in, like, 2.5 matches or whatever it was I played. I actually got a decent amount of kills. Considering how I normally do. Like, based on that statistic. I actually did quite well. Call of Duty, Cold War, Black Cold, whatever the fuck it's called. Black War, Cold War. The new goddamn Call of Duty. COD 2020. We'll just leave it at that. It's a good game. But I've only played 3 matches. That's not a lot. But I'm glad I bought the game, though, don't get me wrong. Oh, he looks like a pleasant surprise at a party. Oh, but your bitch ass is too slow. That's all you got? You're already out of breath. Should ease up on the carbs there, Jim. Oh yeah, let me guess. I gotta put something heavy on there, because it's got an anvil symbol. So that tells you that the thing that must go on there must be heavy. There's a joke I want to say that won't be popular. But I'm gonna say it anyways, because I'm a cringy son of a bitch. And it's also poking fun at me too, because I've struggled with some of the puzzles. But now that I'm starting to get at the puzzles in this game, this is basically Zelda Breath of the Wild for the mentally inept, to keep it semi-politically correct. It doesn't attack just one group of people, it attacks everybody. Including myself. So it's pretty good. And I will check the chat in just a second. Oh, apparently there's not enough weight on there. Not enough weight. Maybe this will be enough? It is. When I'm standing on it. When I step off of it, you get cancelled. So we're gonna find... Oh, there we go. Maybe I can pick this up. It actually does me some good, I find, when I ignore the chat, even for just a minute. Because I feel like I can actually get through a sentence and actually do some gameplay without getting distracted. We all see how fucking well that went. Well, there you go. I didn't need that little pep. Oh, I did. Seriously? I feel like I'm playing a Jenga puzzle. Holy Remember that thing I said, mentally inept? But at least I know what needs to be done. Right now I'm being physically inept. There's a difference. At least I had the mental capacity to understand what needs to be done. Maybe I'll take a look at the chat. Does your character have a curse? I remember you, Josh. I don't know if it's the same Josh. It could be the same Josh. Who knows? Who cares? Doesn't matter. They're being normal for now. That's what matters. Blyett, this sicka can't handle vodka. What a Westerner spied. You have a very good address. You know where I live? Are you stalking me now? Is that the deal? Hussein thinks I have a good address. I played Cold War too much, Phil. Luckily, it's a game where you can try to reach new limits every match. Oh, yeah. The main thing is having fun. Whoever disliked this stream is an asshole. Oh, they can dislike it. I could give a monkey's butthole. The more dislikes I get, the more I'm going to do it. The more I'm going to stream. The more I'm going to just do it. Because it triggers those motherfuckers. Vodka is the only real cold-hearted comrade. Oh, I used to drink vodka with orange juice. A lot more than an asshole. Something I can say for legal reasons. That face, though. That didn't go as planned. Oh, yeah. How's your character purple with purple aura around your armor? What's your hobbies? Well, you know my address, Hussein. Maybe you know my hobbies already. No, I think it's a language barrier, to be honest. I don't know what he meant by address, if he meant like my address, or if he meant how I address people. Oh, my speech, thank you. Yeah, see, I kind of figured that, but again, I was trying to be funny. Remember, I always try to be funny. Doesn't always work. But I'm not here for your entertainment. Yes, I am trying to kick it up on the thing. Because clearly picking it up hasn't been working. Oh, there. See? Sometimes you gotta think outside the box. Speaking of which, let's go see what's in the box before one of those pebbles rolls off. Oh, there you go. Just tap it and it opens. And I'll answer your question in a second. I did remember there was a question. How was I purple and glowing? I shall show you how it was done. How did I achieve this? So I look like a purple smurf because I'm subscribed to Ubisoft Plus. So I'm playing the deluxe version of the game. Therefore, I was awarded some fancy pieces of armor. So if I go to my armor and I click on the customize button, you shall see that this is my regular armor, or this one. I was awarded what's called the Pantheon set. So that, well, here, let's do it. Let's do it in real time. Let's just do a regular armor. So there's a regular armor. And there's no peeking. There's no peeking. It's $50 a peek. So that's my normal skin color, my normal hair color, and all that. The moment I put on the Pantheon set, it does that. So it's a part of that armor set. Make a long story short. My hobbies, I'll get into that in a second. I have an accent. You don't know what an accent is. I would recommend, if you have a computer, to play it for a month for a quarter of the price. I don't know that this game is worth the full price, but that's just my personal opinion. That's why I'm kind of testing it out right now. Right now I'm playing this game, noodling around in chat, seeing what's going on. The moment my new game is downloaded on my PlayStation 4 Pro, we're going to be hopping over to that if I'm still streaming by then. I'll kind of just see how it happens from minute to minute, because I do have a bit of a nasty headache. It's not a migraine, but I'm not exactly in the most pleasant of mood. So that's how I'm purple and glowing. I hope that answers that question. Oh, and by the way, I'm French. So if you think I had an accent there a moment ago, most French people like me, you know, when they talk the English there, they talk like that. That's an accent. So when I'm talking like this, there's no accent. The accent is what I just did a second ago. That's a fucking accent. Ubisoft would like their monthly payment. Speaking of monthly payments, those mother pineapples charged me twice, but I found out supposedly that's normal. So they charged me $22.59 Canadian twice. I have to wait until the middle of next week until they give me back the rest of my money. But this is a good game. It really is a good game. I'm being a little bit harsh on it, but I can explain in a moment. Eric Salso is Italiano. The holy power of the pizza pepperoni. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. Send the Yakuza. Phil, do you play GTA 5? I love the game, but the game is so old, no offense, that, like, I'm in 2020 mode, not 2012. Figure of speech, get it? And because there's only like 24 hours in a day, I kind of feel like by the time I'm done keeping up current with what's going on currently, it's hard for me to go back in the past to an older-ish game that's not, like, in the moment relevant. I'm not saying GTAs are relevant, but, you know, shit came out in like 214 or something, right? Hey, Josh J. What's your job? Only YouTube? Yeah, because I'm actually on disability. I'm decrepit mentally. So the goal is to do this, help supplement what I get, which is next to nothing, on the system, and then someday get off the system and this actually be my real full-time career. And the 8 people in the live stream are going to bring me to the promised land. But make no mistake about it, because we can all poke fun at how my live streams do. But my channel, this month, don't make me flex. I'll show you the proof. I got over 1,000 subscribers in November. Over 7,000 hours were watched on my channel. Over 300,000 views on my channel just for November. So I'm just saying, let's all take a fun poke at barely 2 digits in a live stream with 12,000 subs. But I'm cranking 250, 300,000 views a month on my channel. So it is actually like a possibility, absolutely, that this here could replace my living off the government, like some people like to come in and try and make me feel bad for. It actually feels really good. Okay, screw all of you and your accents, even though I have never heard your voices. Well, you've heard mine and my many voices. Don't make me do all my other accents. You dislike the video and a sharp drill goes through your genitals. My goodness. They need genitals for that to be a threat, though. Okay, that might actually kill me. What if I say I love sushi? And gift, then lewd enemy. What? Here's your lewd enemy. What if a girl that doesn't exist with my belly full of fish? I like fish. Online updates are so cool. This is a joke now. Silence so I can get back to the game. Oh no. Man in Canada City. I hope I rise someday. Thanks. Hello, Becky. Have a good day. Was there a point where Becky came in and said hello? Because that's usually like a bit of a goodbye message. Like, hey, have a good day. If I missed you, sorry about that. I know there's only like a small amount of people in here, but it's hard to keep up with the chat. We hit 13. Well, they saw me and they went, this guy's nuts, and they left. Okay. Alright, let's get back into this. But before I do, let me see, like on my own there, I'm just switching over the input of my TV to see where the, Oh, apparently it's done. Empire of Sin is done on the PS4. It's installed, it's done. Probably going to end up going to that now, to be honest, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be around for. I know I've said that a million times. Okay, so we looted that. Let's just kind of like roam around just for like 2 minutes. And then we're going to jump into Empire of Sin, a game that did not exactly get well received. And we're going to go and find out why that is. But the development team is dedicated. To fixing the game and making it great. Again, like Trump tried to do with the US but failed. Oh, I got political. God, that sucks. Shit happens. Shit happens. I don't take it back. Oh no, I don't. Little jabs here and there are okay, you know what I mean? I won't always go for the full-fledged uppercut. Sometimes I'll just toss a jab here and there, and then we'll just kind of leave it there. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, let's just fast travel here. I'll show you some nice, green fields, and then we'll we'll dive into, rather, 1920s Chicago Mafia with Al Capone. And if he tries to come at me, I'm going to take him out. There's just no two ways about it. I hope I overdose on maple syrup and fall into a coma and wake up a Canadian. See, that's the kind of jokes I like. Not the ones where the first thing you say is, I have committed war crimes and every rice field got nuked. Like, what the hell was that? Jet Reiki. How's it going? It's probably an average American nightmare. I just want to offer you. I want to offer you a one lifetime chance. Oh boy, here we go. This is going to go one of two ways. One of two ways this is going to go. Apart from the syrup thing, everyone loves syrup. Unless it's a lifelong supply of syrup, we're not it. Well, and even then, with my diabetes, it wouldn't like it. I will make a second game, single player. Tell me, what do you want it to be about? And what do you want in it? It's going to make my brain hurt. That'll have to be saved for another day. Okay, let's just start. Remember now, I'm going to be switching it over to Empire of Sin. Oh yeah. Again, it's a XCOM, turn-based, isometric, 1920s Chicago Mafia game. See that terrible description? And that's why I don't do video game reviews. Because I don't even know how to properly tell you the genre of the game I'm fucking playing. But I'm playing this at 30 frames. The game is running a lot smoother. And you might be thinking, did he just say he dropped his frames in half down to 30 and the game runs smoother? That's correct, you heard me correctly. Because if your game goes from 60 frames down to 52 frames and keeps bouncing back up and down from 52 to 60, that's going to be a laggy shitfest. But if you've got rock solid 30 frames and it never budges, that's going to be smooth. I'm going to do this one fight, and then we're going to kick the shit out of Al Capone. Oh, he looks like so hostile. Maybe his mama should have hugged him a little tighter at night. Yeah, go pick up another one. Come on, pick it up. Oh, a log now, I see. Oh, but you missed. Maybe it's because you only have one fucking eye. You Cyclops prick. You have no depth of field. You don't have 3D vision. You got one eye, I got 4. How well do you think you're going to fare off against me? You one-eyed prick. Yeah, no, I'm over here now. Thanks for noticing. Maybe we'll just shoot him. Bye-bye. And there you have it. Holy cow, there's a lot going on in the chat. So a game about syrup. Any plans for Christmas considering COVID? I don't do nothing for Christmas, whether there's COVID or not. I celebrate it in the sense that I enjoy it. I enjoy what it stands for. But I don't do anything different. Same thing with like Thanksgiving, Easter, my birthday. I don't like do anything different ever. What about you? Oh, I'm not surprised they didn't see it coming. Mind you, you'd think with that big ol' eyeball of his. But yeah, you know, that this game... Like, this is why I wanted to play it with you guys. It really is fun. And now that the frames aren't going, like, all over the place, and it's, like, it's stable, I locked it at 30 frames, even though I could play it at 60, so that I get a taste of what it'd be like on a PS4 Pro. It really is a lot of fun. The enemies are cool. Don't forget it's on story mode, so it's going to be incredibly easy. But just the way the graphics look, you know, all the different skins and armor and weapons you can have, the puzzles not being overly, you know, challenging. It won't give you an aneurysm trying to figure out how to do it, even though the first couple of puzzles in the game when I first live streamed it on launch day would have you think, you know, that I was aborted at 2 months and I survived. It's nothing compared to Zelda. It really is, and I do mean this seriously. It's like a Zelda Breath of the Wild, you know, but a very light take on it from a puzzle perspective. Plus you have the different difficulty settings, which you don't have in Breath of the Wild. But it's not just comparing it to Breath of the Wild here. That's just because of its visual. It's also supposed to be compared to Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, because of the combat. And it's decent. I mean, I'm still very torn on this game, to be honest. I'm very happy that I paid the 15 American, the 20 Canadian, however many rupees that is, I don't know, to have rented this, if you will, for the lack of a better term, on PC for an entire month. That I'm very happy I did. Because later on, when this game does go on sale, I will probably end up buying it, just not at full price. But that's because it's also based on my current financial situation. It's like it's decent, but not that decent. Like, if a PS5 came out in stores right now today and I could add it to my cart, I don't even know that I have enough money to buy it. And I still haven't bought Cyberpunk yet. There's Christmas coming around, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Alright, so. I will look at the chat in a second. All I see from the corner of my eye is syrup and assassinate Phil. We need a lot of syrup. Yeah, that's the only way you could take me out. No plans, probably dinner with family, right? Have you ever played Battlefront 2 multiplayer? I have. It's a good game. I don't play it because there's just other games I'd rather kind of go to. And I have very limited time to play every game I'd want to play. But yeah, it's a decent game. And this is actually quite a decent game as well. Of course, Akino always has, you know, some crazy plans there. Yes, we will go ahead with that. Now, I don't know, like I said, how much longer I have to live stream. But I figured I would at least for a couple of minutes at least, get into this here. Again, this is Empire of Sin on a PS4 Pro. And it would help if I brought back up, there we go, my live stream window. Okay, so let's check this out. No one ever reads this. Come on now. No one reads this bullshit. So we'll see how this works out. I don't know if I'm going to do the tutorial or just skip it. I don't know. I might actually do the tutorial just to kind of showcase a little bit the different mechanics, because it'll narrate it rather than me trying to explain it. Probably. I feel like that's really loud. Right now, tell me right now, as I'm speaking, in this voice, is the volume loud enough that it's making it a little bit hard to hear what I'm saying? Because on my end, it's loud as piss. Either way, I'm going to turn it down because it's really loud. Normally things go on a scale of 1 to 10. These guys decided to go to 11. They're like, hey, Tommy, turn it up a notch, eh? Yeah, usually the music volume, to be honest, I find it so damn... Yeah, I figured it was. This should definitely be a lot more manageable now. Character volume, I'm going to do like that. And I kind of feel like even just the overall audio is a little bit loud. There. We'll start off with this. It's not like I can't change it. Okay. I mean, I can hear you, but turning it... Right, okay. Exactly. That's what I figured. Okay, graphic. Again, this PS4 Pro. Prefer a higher frame rate or higher resolution. Yeah, we'll go with frame rate. Just because... Whoops. Because why not? Gameplay. Show external labels. Camera zoom speed. Camera rotate speed. Let's turn that down 2 notches. Tutorials on. Deluxe pack on. Because you can choose to turn your deluxe off. I got the deluxe. I decided to treat myself to that. Language, audio. We took care of that. Let's just get into it. So as you can see here, you can have quite a few save files. Yeah, Mafia Definitive Edition. Yeah, I like those games. I even liked Mafia, was it 3? I think that was an underrated game. I really think it was pretty good. The story and all that is pretty decent. So again, I'm going to do the tutorial. Don't know how much longer I'll be live streaming for, but this is a fairly new game. It just came out a couple days ago. And,
good choice.
Yeah, so you get to pick, like, your boss or whatever. They all have, like, a different perk. As you raise your empire, you're going to have brothels, casinos, breweries, and stuff. Breweries because of, like, wine, alcohol. That's actually, like, your main source of income for moving stuff around for laundering. So we've got this guy, this guy.
Maggie Dyer.
You have a woman.
Good choice.
Goldie Garneau, the pleasure's all yours.
Yeah, no, I don't want gonorrhea, thanks. We all saw what happened to Al Capone. I just made that joke earlier. Angelo Jenna.
I'm Frankie Donovan. Who the fuck are you?
Hey, don't you worry about who the fuck I am. I pick you. I control you with the power of my thumb. You know what I'm saying? I'll stick that hockey stick where the sun don't shine, sideways with no lube.
Much further with a kind word and a gun
And there it is, the almighty Al Capone. So I'm not going to pick him because it's too cliche. Plus that overcoat ain't working for him. You cannot customize the looks of your characters.
Good choice.
Yo soy
Mabel Riley. Nice to meet you.
I'm your man, Frank Reagan.
You and I can do plenty of business together.
Okay, so that's all the people that you can pick. I think I'm gonna go with,
So, what's the crack?
Where's the crack? Don't look at me. And we're gonna start off like real easy. Low number of neighborhoods, not a lot of enemy factions. Just to kind of ease into it. Anyways, I think I gotta bail. Have some Christmas presents to look up on Amazon. Sounds good. I'll send you my wish list later. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for stopping by.
I hear you've been looking for me,
And I
Paddy.
shall see you later. So you're gonna stick a sideway hockey stick up the guy's there. Seems like, oh yeah. It won't be legit when it's sideways with no lube though. I can promise you that. He says, I heard you've been looking for me, Paddy. Paddy? Who are you calling a Paddy, you Mick?
Who are you calling a paddy, you Mick?
Andy is my name. Your brooch is a bit much, in my opinion.
Don't you worry about my brooch. Or I'll steal your hooch. Ha! I made it cringy again. My mother gave it to me. What? Reminds me. I don't want to know. You can have. What? Right in the fucking eye. Let's go with that. The hostility. Oh, I like
You
that.
can have it right in your fucking eye.
Jesus, doesn't take much to work you up. No wonder you have that black eye.
I had a disagreement with a fella, but he wound up seeing things my way people usually do in my experience. Are you after one yourself?
Are you after one yourself?
You're obviously not sleeping properly, packed into one room with 10 other paddies. Look, there's a boarding house a few blocks south of here. I can give you the name.
I have lodgings. It's work I'm after. Now let's do the rude one.
So you'd know exactly where I'm resting my head. And so would anyone else who came in here with $1. Fuck off.
You'd do well to go out of your way to make friends here in Chicago, not enemies, if you plan to stay. You have a trade.
I know. I have some skills with a hammer and I'm looking to make a name for myself. I'm looking to make some money. Chicago seems like the place to do it. Then I can hire tradesmen to do me dirty work. To do my dirty work. So that's a typo in the game. Excuse me.
I'm looking to make some money. Chicago seems like the place to do it. Then I can hire tradesmen to do the dirty work for me.
It's a fine place to make a home, all right. Tis a far cry from Kilmaine. And I suppose you're looking
All right,
to
we get
avoid
the
a chat
idea.
with His Majesty's people too, aye?
Skip the banter.
No need to be caught.
Watch your tone.
I've been waiting to see you since you waded ashore. Frankie Donovan fought in the Rising, absconded across the Atlantic to avoid going up.
You've been asking around a bit.
I'm just
Sorry
skipping
about
this
your
because
brother
we've heard,
Tom.
like,
I heard he died in the fighting.
what it's like. The banter back and forth.
It was what he wanted.
Are you still looking to help the cause?
I'll do what I have to.
A man after my own heart. Come here then. There'll be a fella coming over from home in a few...
Okay.
We need a place to store the guns. And there's a few fellas setting up a speak the next...
Sounds like a lot of work. But give me cash. And I might be able for it.
All right. Christ almighty. Only because of your work for the Republic.
Exactly.
Let's shake on it, so.
Fucking hell. You'll fit right in Chicago.
See you when I see you.
Yeah, so I'll just do this, like I said, for probably a couple of minutes there, because I do have to get going for supper. Probably get some fresh air, too. It's starting to... It's been dark almost all week, actually. It's like very cloudy. It's been raining, snowing a bit, so it's actually really nice. I kind of like that weather. I hate going outside and there's like a big giant fucking ball of fire in the sky just beaming down in your eyes. It's really annoying, so I really like cloudy days. So if you like XCOM, like games, you could potentially like this.
Welcome to Chicago. Let's have a look around.
Press R1 and move left to move the camera around. Oh, right. Yeah, to like separate, like moving your character, because you move your character in real time like you would like a Diablo game or even Phoenix Rising, Immortals, or any other game. It's not like Civilization, right? It's different. Okay, now what? Oh, yeah, then you can obviously move like that. Whoops. Wrong button. Use L and then press X to move. Oh, right, so I can, like, see how I can go there? How I can choose where to go, like this?
Of course.
But if I click R1,
It's already
what's
done.
really cool is now I'm moving him in real time. Looks like
Sure
he's
thing.
almost doing like a funny dance. Ooh. See what I mean? So that's pretty cool, like that.
Right away.
But the combat is turn-based.
Chicago is a dangerous
I'm on
place,
it.
and in order to survive, you're gonna need to learn how to fight. Fortunately, I know right where you can find one.
But yeah, these kinds of games aren't for everyone. This is a game I just bought. I'm pretty confident that compared to Immortals Phoenix Rising, yeah, I said that right, that this was going to be a game I could maybe see myself sink more hours into. Plus, I couldn't rent this. It's not like it's a Ubisoft game or an EA game where I can just play it through EA Access, right? This is Empire of Sin. Well, the controls aren't bad at all if you slow it down. Like, I turned down
Sure
the
thing.
sensitivity. So just like that's actually pretty smooth like that. I mean, I just got run over by a train. Thanks, Aquino, for that, because we know she's responsible for fucking controlling those.
Right away.
But like I was saying, and you can zoom in, out. It's fairly smooth. Just move around like that, and then your left
On it.
stick. It's like playing Diablo again. It's pretty decent. I mean, obviously, if you
Of
shake
course.
the stick a lot, it'll look like he's dancing. But it's actually, it feels responsive. It feels pretty good, actually.
On it.
Better than I was expecting, to be honest. The tram.
I'm on it.
I know that I'm just kind of diddle-daddling there, but this is kind of the whole point.
Sure thing.
I wanted to showcase some of that. The only thing I don't like about the game that I knew I wasn't going to
Sure
like
thing.
is when he moves around. Notice how he says sure thing a
On
lot?
it.
On it, sure thing, on it.
Of course.
Of course, like, there's a lot of that going on. I can actually turn that off by turning off the character's voice. But if I do that, when they're having back and forth dialogue, I actually won't see, or I won't hear what they're saying. So I may actually have to use subtitles, and I don't know if the game has subtitles. That's actually an interesting point. See character volume. Huh. That's rare for a game not to have subtitles. That's interesting. Anyways. Well, I break the rules. And then when you zoom out, you can see your entire... Oh, I can't do it yet
Right
because I'm
away.
still in tutorial mode. Anyways, let's just go in. I know I'm delaying there. But again, to me, it's very
This
important
joint
to do
belongs
this.
to
To do
Ronnie
these.
O'Neill. He calls himself the boss of the Meat Packers gang. His thugs aren't going to know what hit them.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do like a regular upload later as well for the channel. And it's just going to be like a brief overview of the game, what I think of it. Because this is kind of like one of those under-the-radar games. Excuse me. And I really do want to talk about it. Like I said, I mean, I bought this instead of Immortals Phoenix Rising, so it should kind of tell you right there my hopes for this game.
I'm on it.
So you can walk into a lot of these buildings
do.
here, and you can just kind of like take over joints.
Right away.
It's pretty cool. So in this one, it says to just hit the circle button and ambush. And the controls here are kind of nice because when you move around, like this is like very smooth. You could still see the characters are outlined. If you're behind a wall, it'll make it see-through so that you can see your character, because that could be a problematic thing in some games. And now that we're in combat, see, again, very smooth. We can get much closer to the action, even though there's a wall in front of us. Now I can just use the left cursor on the guy. I could zoom in, get like that perfect angle so I can see him. And then when I go to fire, it's like see what I mean? Like I can pick the angle that I want. Then it zooms in a bit and it shoots. And it does its move. Other games...
Each character has 2...
Yeah, action points. You don't always have that much control. So I think that that's really cool. And then again, we can just choose to shoot him. Again, if you want to be like super visual about how it looks when he's getting shot. You know, you can kind of just get the perfect angle. And then when you fire, it'll zoom it in a bit more. That's really cool. And the physics are kind of funny. You can see the guy's just like all like dead. All the blood leaking from underneath him. Kid Joker, if you're still in here, do you have this game? Hello, Mini Master GG. I'm just going to call you GG from now on because it's just or Mini. Or whatever. I know I'm being really slow here. I like taking my time. And it's also still my turn. So we're going to go here.
Right away.
Take cover.
Assholes.
See, again, I've got full control. Full
Using
control.
cover is vital. Or half.
And I think that's great. A lot of games, I know I'm repeating myself here constantly, but this is huge. A lot of games of this genre, where you're like in a small confined area, the camera can be a very tricky thing. And I'm finding that that's not the case here. Again, as we like go around, see? You can see that they're highlighted properly. You can always get a decent angle to see your characters in combat. So again, you find that perfect angle because you want to see like the action go down. And then when you're ready, you just pull the trigger and it'll zoom you right in like it did there. That's automatic so that you can really see the action. That was actually one of my big complaints with Crusader Kings 3. Even though it's more about the strategy and it's not so much about like the action and seeing the guys go back and forth auto-attacking each other. It's still kind of nice when you can see that level of detail. There's also a lot of loot in this game. There's different colored weapons. You can swap weapons. You can have shotguns. So it's kind of cool if you can like zoom in and actually see the detail in the different weapons that they're utilizing when they're in combat. Like, I get this ain't Call of Duty, but you know what I mean? And again, you can zoom in, you can zoom right out. Like, to me, that's really cool. I like that.
Fucking talking about.
I love
When you
these
win
kinds
a
of games.
racket, you have several options. Let's take this place over and make it ours.
Like, for the 10th time, this is called Empire of Sin. This was published by Paradox Interactive. which are known for their grand strategy games, like Crusader Kings, that I've played a couple of times. But they did not develop this game, but they published it. So they had a little bit of a hand in it. And when you do a racket takeover, right? You can take over, you can ransack it for loot, you can smash it up just to destroy it, or you can raze it to the ground. For the sake of the tutorial, it's telling us that we just have to take it over.
And let's make this a speakeasy. Taking a place over costs less than buying it outright, and it's free to keep the racket type the same.
There you go, he just took the words out of my mouth. When you do a speakeasy. Because you can turn it to a brewery, like I said, which is really important because the main... Well, not the main, because there's still money involved in the game. Alcohol is a huge thing. So this game has a lot more depth than just running in, pointing at people, clicking a button, and you shoot. Like I said, there's different quality loot. So like your Diablo-like loot, like green for uncommon, blue for rare, and I think there's purple for epics. Although I didn't see any of that. You can wear armor, you know, like, so there's a lot of depth, and then the micromanagement of your neighborhood and all that, so there's a lot more to this game than meets the eye. Then you can call it whatever you want. Sure, the Soldier's Rest, the Lost and Found.
Now this racket's yours, and that's how it's done. You want something? Take it. You're gonna need some guards to keep your speakeasy safe.
That's it, Phil. You're going to Brazil.
Open up the racket screen.
Okay. If you can teleport me there, sure. The racket screen. Okay, see? There we go.
You got 4 different ways you can class up the joint, starting with security. The information panel to the right shows your security's current state and what you'll get in the next upgrade. Select Upgrade to go to the next level.
I like when tutorials are voiced. Saves me the trouble. So again, you can deflect the chances you're going to get raided, increase the quality of your security. You can increase the ambiance of whatever place you have. So if you own a casino, you can have like more poker tables or slot machines. By increasing that, that'll attract more people, word of mouth, because we don't have Twitter in the 1920s. So again, there's a lot of like little details to this game. So anyways, that's why I know a little bit about the game. Just a smidgen. And
you can rush the upgrade by selecting the rush button.
I was really excited, so...
You got a stage. Get yourself a band. Upgrading ambience improves your draw.
There you go.
Higher draw means more customers and more money.
There you go.
Upgrade to add a band. Go ahead and rush the band, too. I'm sure they're used to it. Select Rush.
So that's actually really cool. See? Now there's a band there.
Now, let's get out of here. You got other work to do.
See, then I can zoom in, look at the band. The graphics look pretty decent, too. Because for these types of isometric games, sometimes the detail isn't all that nice. But the lighting, you know, the colors or whatever, just the whole thing about it, again, seems pretty smooth. I don't know what it is with a lot of games that are like this, but I find on the zooming in and out and sometimes turning really quick, it can really jar the game up, especially when it's new and it hasn't been updated 57 times. But so far, this is actually pretty decent. My only complaint is the small character banter when he's out walking around.
The gunfire attracted some
you
of the
didn't annoy
local
me.
criminal talent, and they're looking for work. As your empire grows, you'll gain access to bigger and better hired guns, too.
So there's dynamic weather as well, I believe, because I think I've seen someone play the tutorial before. Excuse me. And when they were done here, it wasn't raining. And every time you restart a new game, there's some randomized elements as well. So it's really cool. So that, like, dramatically increases the replay value.
Right away.
Again, in real time, I can just move around. I can walk up to these 2 people, and I can recruit them if I want. Let's zoom in a bit so I can get a better look at them.
Can do.
Let's review him. Loyalty. Yeah, so the constant little banter when he's walking around drives me nuts. And the fact that you can't customize your character. Like, I can't remove that gigantic parka-looking thing that he's wearing. That kind of bugs me a little bit. And then we've got another person here. We can review them, see their skills. Yeah, see, like, you can equip grenades, ammo type. See what I mean? Attribute. Like, there's a lot of little details to this. It's really cool.
Sure thing.
But I can also go here. Whoops. No, I can't. Oh, it's because it's the tutorial. I get it. We'll just go ahead and hire them.
Notice that your crew members haven't paid their price for working with you. The gangsters range. You'll find gangsters looking for work now. Hire your second crew member.
Right away. I'm on it.
Gracias.
Now, see how I'm all, like, walking on my own here? But if I walk up to them, top button, and go add to group.
Now you've got yourself a squad. Just in time, too. You knew speakeasy is
Now, you know what I mean? Now they're all moving with me at the same time.
Makes your world go round.
Of course.
So that's pretty
Just
cool.
so happens Ronnie O'Neill's got a brewery close by. Let's take it over.
Of course.
Zoom out to the world map to see where it is.
Again, we
Right
can
away.
zoom right out. See? Then it'll show us where we need to go. So this is like your, the overworld, if you will. You can zoom, like, right out. So that's, like, really neat. You can see who controls what. Is it a casino? Is it a speakeasy? Oh, it's a safe house. We don't know the faction. Is it Al Capone? Is it Tommy Joe or whatever, right? So that's, like, really, really neat. These are all places that you can just take over that are occupied by thugs. And the game's pretty big, and that whole area, that whole big map is that's just the south side. Then it'll tell you the total earnings, the ambience percentage, the average income, the percentage of the city that I own or whatever. And then look at that. Like, wow. So there's a lot of areas to keep you busy in this game. Whoops, there we go. And I can just kind of like zoom right in, and then boom, it just brings me back into the game. Okay. Oh, whoops.
Of course.
I think it wants me...
Of course.
What did it want me to do? There's an arrow there. Let me look at my missions. Head towards the location.
Sure
whatever.
thing.
I'll figure that out later. Whatever that other mission was. So again, I can zoom right in. So that's pretty cool.
I'm on it.
Again, any game is not meant for everyone,
Of
right?
course.
But these are games I quite enjoy.
Problem 3.
Oh, out of nowhere. You're under attack by the meat packers. That's disgusting. So again... Wow. After this fight, I'll probably
The meat
go...
packers were expecting you. Hopefully, they've also expected their funerals. Let's take them out.
Alright. And I like these kinds of games too because I just find them like relaxing. Right? When it's a game like Call of Duty, there's no like relaxing looking at what's going on in the chat and all that. There's a lot more of that with this. Now let's use a special skill with that little stick that he's got. Looks like a... kinda like a hockey stick.
Of course. Come here to me.
Wow. That went well.
On it.
Let's see what our chances are. 74% chance. He missed.
Let's roll.
Here. That looks like a nice shotgun blast. And we'll just do the regular attack. Yeah, shotgun blast, yeah.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Hey. And we got a blue medic kit.
You're
So
gonna
there's
need more
loot.
than a few guns to take out Ronnie and his guards. Luckily, the black market's got everything you need. Open the black market.
Oh, I forgot there's a black market.
I'm on it.
But look at that, eh? Guys just like sitting there all like...
Will do.
But yeah,
Not a
for the
bother.
few people that are in here, is there anyone that thinks they might be into a game like this?
Now that you're in the shop window, it's time to get yourself some provisions. Check the stats and effects of any item in the shop in the right window pane. If you want a recommendation, you can't go wrong with a first aid kit. Leave the shop when you have what you need.
See again the blue quality, right, for rare. Green for uncommon. It'll show you all the bonuses that are on it. Clip size, rarity, yeah, uncommon, that one's a rare. Wow, that's really cool. Oh, melee weapon, a cutthroat razor. You can buy grenades. Bandages. You could buy boxing gloves because you can melee as well. Oh, hey, how's it going? Just about to end the stream there. This is a new game I just picked up. It's called Empire of Sin. I'm not really good at describing games, but
Now take over Ronnie's brewery to let him know who's boss.
it's essentially a game that's turn-based, kind of like XCOM. I don't know if you're familiar with XCOM. Almost like a Civilization, but that's not really the proper term. And you can hire people. You can be Al Capone. You can fight Al Capone. It takes place in the 1920s in Chicago. You can run legitimate businesses. It's almost like a crime simulator kind of thing. And it's actually pretty decently made. It's actually published by Paradox Interactive, which are known for their Grandmaster strategy games such as Crusader Kings and Europa Universalis, although they're not the ones that developed the game. Pretty much, yeah. It's pretty decent. Nobody calls each other bro. Nobody makes any Chuck Norris jokes, so it's actually kind of a breath of fresh air. Just kind of like that whole Mafia, you know, 20s kind of vibe.
Of course.
And you can, like, move around like this. You can zoom in. You can, oh, I can't go there yet. Anyways. You can zoom right out. I explained this earlier. You can kind of look at your neighborhood. Who owns what. There's, like, my little, my speakeasy. I'm Frank Donovan, so the crew I'm in is called the Donovans. People own casinos, breweries, and stuff like that. You have to learn how to manage your money, your security team. So it's a lot more than just clicking on a guy and go, let's shoot this guy and take his money. Like, there's a lot of depth to this game. It's not like Grand Theft Auto where you just run around and shoot people and that's it. There's actual strategy to this game. And, it's pretty big. Like I said, there's different neighborhoods. See, this is the near south side of Chicago. There's the near north side. You've got Little Italy. And you've got a lot of the real famous gangsters that are in here. Like I said, Al Capone's in here. You can play as Al Capone, but like I mentioned at the beginning, I felt that was too cliche, so I didn't want to play as him.
Not a bother.
Okay, so what am I supposed to do real quick?
I'm on it.
And then I gotta go for supper. So now we're going to attack their warehouse. We're going to go inside.
You need to move into cover.
I'm on it.
Santa Claus is coming.
Guarded, and this is a tough fight.
Oh, no problem, Michael. Glad it helped. So this is basically the game. You can fight outside. Sometimes there's like street fights. Sometimes you got to go into someone's warehouse. This is sort of like what's very XCOM-like. They kind of revolutionized this type of gameplay. So like, for instance, that red circle I'm in, that means I'm going to get damaged pretty bad. So I would want to at least move out of the way a little bit. I can zoom right in. I could zoom out. You've got different skills if I want to melee attack them, if I want to be in Overwatch mode, or hunker down. We'll just do a basic attack. Whoops. We'll attack this guy here. You click him. Hugh Miller is in the danger zone. We definitely don't want to be in there. Even though you technically don't want to be standing in front of those people either. No, let's go. Ooh, that's a tricky one. Now, the white part is where you can move to and still have some action points left. The yellow part is where you can move to, but you won't have any action points left. So it might be wise for me to actually just kind of hide over here.
Baby.
Get out of that danger zone, like I said. Maria Rodriguez might want to move out of the way as well. Except that red cone blast doesn't seem to be there anymore. I don't know what that was. Could have been a glitch. There are some glitches in this game, but the developers have already said, fear not. We're going to fix this and make it the smoothest game that it can be. Oh, there we go. 46% chance that I can nail this prick. Got him. Uh-huh. Next round. Yeah, see, in this fight here, you could see there's like a little bit of a frame dip. We didn't have that at any other point. Again, not worried about it. I was actually, to be fully honest, I was kind of expecting that anyways. From what I had read. He's done. Now, let's see if we can get this guy. Ooh, 79% chance that we can get him. Right about there. Hugh Miller.
Right.
I'm going to take cover there. And we're going to finish him off. Oof. That looked like it might have hurt. Again, we can take cover right here.
Entendido.
And still have action points to make an attack. Only a 26% chance to hit. Let's do it anyways. It's a miss. Right. Yeah, XCOM is a game that I really enjoy too. This one seems a lot more in depth. I'll have to try XCOM again sometime. But anyways, after this fight I'll have to go. Because it's already been over an hour. And I'm starving. Purim, did I tell you? I'm on Weight Watchers. And I started doing P90X again. I've already lost 2.5 pounds in the 5 days I've been on Weight Watchers. I started December 1st.
Right away.
Yeah, it seems interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about.
Take this racket over too. Breweries are critical to your empire. Each brewery can supply alcohol to a small number of rackets. Select Takeover to make this one yours.
There you go. He explained it all for me. Better than I could.
It's free to set up a racket of the same type you took over. It'll cost you to re-outfit a racket as something else. Select Brewery.
There, I didn't know that. There you go. That's cool. We'll call this the, well, it doesn't really matter what it's called, to be honest.
Frankie fucking Donovan. You've been taking my rackets, and I ain't too happy about it.
I'll thank you for using my Christian middle name.
Fuck off, funny man. Did you think it would be all that easy? When you decide you want to talk face to face, you know where to find me.
What I like about this, it's the time era. I'll answer your question in a second. So now there's going to be a sit-down with Ronnie O'Neill.
Step outside the brewery.
I'm on it.
Yeah, it's just the whole time
Sure
era.
thing.
It's not modern, it's not future.
Not a problem.
The music, you've got the
Sit
big
down,
band
another
music.
boss,
It's just it's a
serious
completely
business. They usually take place in a boss's racket, but
Different
they can
vibe.
take place in safe houses too. Zoom out to the world map to find Ronnie's safe house.
Sure thing.
Okay, so I'm going to save this here. And then I'm going to go, but I'll answer the question in a second. New save. Oh, that's the autosave. Okay, so we'll save that. Yeah, so it's just that it's completely different. This isn't like your traditional,
I'm on it.
you know, game. And then you could see like all the, you know, the old style cars and all that.
On it.
Dynamic weather, day and night cycle. There's just a lot more going on in this game than just running around kicking a door open and shooting people. If that was the case, I probably wouldn't enjoy the game as much. But from what I've seen so far, this is everything I was hoping it would be. Yes, Weight Watchers is not free. But yeah. No, Weight Watchers is, it's pretty neat because to kind of go off on this and then I gotta go for real because I'm starving. It's bad enough I'm already eating less than what I normally eat, and it's been like 5 days. I'm a cranky little bastard. But, oh, okay. Yeah, you can eat whatever you want. Mentally dying. No. I am awoken. But yeah, Weight Watchers is just cool because you can eat what you want. You tell them how much you weigh, what you want to weigh. And it's not a diet. It's not a diet plan. It's not a fad diet. It's not the Atkins diet. It's not the Jenny Craig diet. There's no special bars to eat. You eat whatever the hell you want, but stick within your points for the day. You want to have that crispy ranch chicken snack wrap from McDonald's like I did yesterday? In fact, I had 2 of them because I hadn't had an ounce of junk food in an entire week. And I was like, you know what? That's still within my points. I'm going to do it. So I can eat cucumbers, celery, bananas, apples, carrots. They're all 0 points. An avocado all of a sudden, oh, that's 3 points. I get 43 a day. Piece of bread's about 4 points. Eggs are 2 points each. Egg whites are 0. So you balance it out. If you want to watch your points, don't have 2 eggs and some egg white, maybe just have 1 whole egg and a little bit more egg white. Same bulk food, less points, because it auto-calculates the carbs, the sugars, the fat, the protein. So you don't have to get into all that bullshit. And if it's too high in something, the points are going to be high. So like a Big Mac is like 22 points. That's like half my daily points. But if I make a homemade burger, hell, I could eat 3 burgers. Well, I mean, not 3. I could eat 2 fat whopping burgers for the same amount of points as a measly little Big Mac with those little patties. So it's all about what's important to you. So it's not restricting you. It's not telling you, eat this, don't eat that. Eat whatever the hell you want. And as long as you make it within your points, you're going to lose weight. And I've lost almost 3 pounds in 5 days. It holds you accountable. That's what's amazing about it. There's no, and I just scan it with my phone and, it's wonderful. So I'm not eating any differently. But yet I lost 3 pounds. But I'm eating less of some stuff, a little bit more of some other stuff. Oh, I really wanted another slice of bread with a bit of peanut butter. That's 7 points. But if I have an apple and a banana and an avocado, that's 3 points. Chances are that's going to fill me up just as much as that piece of bread and the peanut butter. Doesn't mean you can't have the bread and peanut butter, but it just kind of helps you pace a little bit better your points throughout the day. So that's what's really freaking cool about it. And I'm pretty excited about it. Hello, Luna. I am. Well, I just started working out yesterday, but yeah. Sorry, I didn't even see you were there. But yeah, this is the end of the stream where I just kind of ramble on for a minute. What if I eat a bunch of 0 points and 2 Big Macs? You probably could do that. Actually, yeah, you probably could do that. Actually, I don't know how many points. I mean, everybody's point system is going to be different. But actually, I am kind of curious. Let's see what it says. McDonald's burger sandwiches, right? Yeah, it's 22 points. It's literally, I could eat 2 Big Macs a day and then vegetables and fruits for the rest of the day, and I'd be within my points. Obviously, not the healthiest way to do it, but yeah. Yeah, they do have some foods that you could buy from them. I'm not into that junk. Oh, did they? Right. But anyways, if you're still in here, Luna, are you new to the channel? Or have you been here before? 10 cucumbers. Yeah, you could do that if you wanted. It's kind of hard to get fat on cucumbers. But yeah. Anyways, I am starting to get a bit of a headache because speaking of points, I still have 22 points left. I've only used up 21 of my points out of the 43 allowed. So it's already supper time. It's already the end of the day, and I'm only halfway through my points. So that's why I'm feeling a bit like oof, because I'm really not eating. Well, I am eating. I shouldn't say I'm not eating. I am eating. I am eating less, slightly healthier, and you know what I mean? It's not really a huge change, which is why I don't really feel like following this is difficult, which is why I've been doing pretty good so far. But yeah. So we'll see how it goes as time goes on. I got a 6-month membership for the price of it was a really good deal. It was pretty cheap. So I was like, let's just do it. Like I said, it's one of my favorite weight-related things because it's not a gimmick. It's not a fad. It's not like the Atkins diet thing. It's not like a high-protein, no-fat, no-carb diet. It just helps hold you accountable. That's all. That's really the best way for me to describe it. But yeah. Yeah, you haven't had McDonald's since the whole COVID thing. Yeah, I've been out. I've been out a decent amount. Did a couple of drive-throughs here and there throughout the year. But thanks. But I'm cautious though. I mean, again, I've been told many times, you live life once, you can't always be hiding in a closet, figure of speech. Of course, there's being stupid as well. But like when I go out, I wear gloves. So if I go to like Tim Hortons and I treat myself to like a bacon turkey club sandwich or something, I know that they're wearing masks and they're wearing gloves and, you know, they're never really touching your food. And when they put it in the wrapper, I don't just grab it with my bare hands and start unwrapping it and start sucking on my fingers as the ranch sauce drips on my fingers. You know what I mean? So I usually go home, I break it apart with a knife and fork, and I start cutting up my sandwich, eating it that way. But I do grab the actual food. Just I don't touch the wrapper, just to kind of help a little bit. And when you look at the studies, it's almost virtually impossible to pass COVID through food. I mean, it can happen, but anyways. But yeah. Oh yeah, Weight Watchers has been around for like ever. Same thing with like Jenny Craig. But yeah. Anyhow, I gotta go. Supper time. Before I eat my chihuahua. He's starting to look pretty good. He'll end up becoming a bean burrito if I don't leave in the next 5 seconds. But yeah. Anyhow, whoever's left in here, thanks for stopping by. There's a chance I will be back a bit later. It might not be the most exciting, not that this was, but I'm probably going to play a little bit more Empire of Sin. I really want to get into this a little bit more, the strategy and all that. I don't always like playing mindless games where you just run around and just, you know, shoot people. Call of Duty's fun, don't get me wrong. But anyways, I'll probably play a mixture of that, and I'll probably maybe play a little bit more Immortals Phoenix Rising later with some WoW. So those are probably going to be some of the 3 games I'm going to be, playing later on. But yeah, so that'll happen in roughly 3 hours from now. More than likely. But yeah. All right, I'm going to go. And that's it. And for people that desperately need to get a hold of me, Twitter is usually a good place for that. All right.